here's the host of Blockbusters, Bob Holness.
Hello, welcome once again to Blockbusters. And as always, we left you the last time we met in suspense. We had a gold run coming up. It was the first gold run for two new champions. Here they are sitting and waiting. They've had to wait 24 hours to do it. Let's see how they're getting on. It's Paul and George, who are very versed in pressing buttons because of the school quiz shows. One thing I didn't ask you when we mentioned it before, Paul and George, is did you always win the quiz shows? Because you're doing fairly well here.
Not quite. The school from South Wales beat us in the Welsh final.
Abergavenny, who have just won 5.
Really? But you were beaten in the finals, were you?
Yes, in the Welsh final.
By Abergavenny.
By Abergavenny?
Yes.
Ah, that's the rub. Bit tough. Whether they'll be beaten in the finals in this particular game remains to be seen. They've got a long way to go. The first gold run is coming up, as I say, and there are 5 of those, and in between every one of those, there are the best of 3. So, it's going to be quite a story one way or another. We meet a new contestant in just a moment, but first of all, let's look at that gold run board. Here it is. The letters, as you can see, there are the multiple letters in the squares. That's the connection they have to make, the gold connection that brings them a major prize, or that one if they like. It can be any, as long as they make that connection side to side in 60 seconds or less. Well, as we found out at the end of the last show, it is in fact the captain, Paul, who's going to go for it. So, Paul, can we invite you, please, to put yourself on the hot spot? The usual quick recap, Paul. You've got to make that gold connection side to side in 60 seconds or less. If you don't make the connection, you get £10 for every correct answer, and I take my timing from the moment you tell me which of those initials in the left-hand column you're starting with.
MV.
Ship's first trip.
Maiden voyage.
Right.
AG.
Talking parrot.
Don't know. BCR.
Bye Bye Baby was a hit for this group in 1975.
Bay City Rollers.
Yes.
TD.
A jelly-like sweet cut into cubes and dredged with icing sugar.
Turkish Delight.
Yes.
DC.
Lad who played Shirley Jones's son in the Partridge Family.
Don't know. DSTP.
He's doing his best on his keyboard instrument.
Don't Stop the Piano. GOCB. Oh no.
GOCB.
GOCB.
Character in the Shorts Peanuts strip cartoon.
Good old Charlie Brown. NH.
Yes. Equine. Oh, that was tough. We really got snarled up in the middle there. I'm sorry about this. I almost gave you the pianist one, but he's doing his best on his keyboard instrument was don't shoot the pianist. It's the well-known phrase. There were others you tripped on as well. I can give you those. The lad who played Shirley Jones's son in the Partridge Family, and you were doing so well up to there, was David Cassidy. There's a little bit of time. Yes, I know. It's a little while ago, wasn't it? The talking parrot is African grey. And there was one other, the equine extremity, or the name of numerous pubs you didn't get, Nag's Head. And it means, in fact, that what you have done is to win £40, and it means that we go in for the second gold run if you get through the next 3 games. So resume your seat, and we'll play Blockbusters. Well, there we are. That was the first gold run gone. It was the first of the major prizes, but of course the prizes build up, and it doesn't really matter whether they get the first, second, third, or fourth right, as long as they go in for the gold run, and the 5th prize always stays the biggest of the lot. The prizes never change, so they build up nonetheless. It's a very frightening moment getting down there, Paul, isn't it, with that light on you?
Yeah.
Yes, one tends to perspire just a little bit. But of course you can relax, because if you and George get through these next 3 games, then it'll be George that goes down there on the hot spot. It may not be either of you. It may be the next contestant, whom we've yet to meet. So without further ado, let's do just that, and meet the next person who's going to play Blockbusters. Well, Jenny, welcome to the programme.
Hello.
You've come from the southwest, haven't you?
Yes, that's right. I live in Parr in Cornwall.
Where is it near?
It's near St Austell.
Ah, that's better. Now, I know where St Austell is. One always has to be awfully careful about this. As we said a couple of programs ago, one gets the western counties a bit mixed up. But Sir Dorstall is Cornwall, right?
That's right.
And have you lived there long? You don't happen to have a Cornish accent, do you?
No, I moved down about 5 years ago. My mum got a job at boys' school.
I see. And did you make the change happily? Have you settled in?
Yes, very well, thank
It's a lovely
you.
part of the country, isn't it?
Lovely.
Yeah. What do you do apart from going to school? What are your interests?
Well, I've been in a play recently, and I like going on the CB. I take my dog out and play hockey and squash.
You do have time for schoolwork, yeah? When
bit.
When you can fit it in, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
Have you learned all the little terms and everything, like rubber duck and all the CB stuff? Yeah?
Well, not all of it. I don't use... I think that's mainly on America, but, yeah, you talk mainly,
give us
normally.
A couple. Give us a couple. Haven't you got any special ones that you use?
10-4.
We'll leave it at 10-4, don't you?
Oh,
Don't
yes,
embarrass me. Okay, Jenny. Thank you for joining us. Right,
Okay.
Jenny's with us. Paul and George are ready to go. We start the first game in a set of 3 now, and whoever gets through this one, it could be a decider, who knows, will go for the next goal run in the show. So here we are. M is going, and stand by the buttons because off we go again. First game in a set of 3 with this question. What M are members of the Church of the Latter-day Saints? Yes, George.
Mormons.
Mormons is right. Good start. Your choice.
G, please.
You want G? That's on the right-hand side there. With this question. What G is a girl trained to entertain in Japan? Yes, George?
Geisha.
Geisha is right, yes. Going well. Which is the next one?
U, please.
U, okay. What U is a U.S. state which has Colorado... Yes, Paul.
Utah.
Utah is right, yes. Well spread across the board. They're pretty fast, Jenny. You've got to actually be quicker if you can on the
Yeah.
button. I saw you knew 1 or 2 of those, but let's go for the next one from you, chap.
D, please.
You want D? Okay. This is it. What D is 10 cents in U.S. Paul.
A dime.
Yes, it is a dime, of course. And all too quickly we get that flashing light, which means that you've got to choose one of those 2 units to make the connection. Which one?
A B, please.
The B. And this is the one, Jenny, if you're going to stop them, you've got to block. What B was the American called Amelia who advocated... Yes, George?
Barrett Browning.
No, George. I'm going to give the question in its entirety to Jenny. It's sometimes well to interrupt, but not in this case. What B was the American called Amelia who advocated knickerbockers for women?
Blenkinsop?
No. You'll see why. Her name was Mrs. Bloomer. Bloomer is the answer to that one. Well, there we are. Here we go for that B question again, all important. What B is a German state whose name is... Yes, Jenny? Nope. We have to give the whole question to Paul and George. What B is the German state whose name is borne by Bach's best-known series of concertos? Yes, both of you.
Brandenburg.
Brandenburg, yes, I could see it hovering. That's the connection. Well, a straight run right across the board there. A complete win by the Blue, the champion team. They are fast, aren't they? Very quick on the buzzer.
Yeah.
Jenny, you realise what you're up against now, don't you?
That's right.
You've got to be quicker than they have if you possibly can. We've got the second game coming up in just a moment, and you'll have the chance to prove that you can be. Nobody is infallible, even you chaps, are you? You've got more practice than most, but we're going to see how you get on with this next one. Here's the game. It's the second game in the run of 3, and the letter tells us it's H to start with. All set, here we go. What H is a pigeon that always... Yes, Paul?
Homing pigeon.
Homing pigeon is right, yes. Next one?
C, please.
You want C, okay? It's this one. What C is a motor coach for outings? George?
Charabang.
Shadowbang, yes, that's it. And again.
K, please.
K. Don't get dispirited, Jenny, come on. What K was called Omar? Yes?
Cayenne.
Khayyam is right. They're on your side. Which one do you want now?
O, please.
You want O. Right, let's see how it goes. What O is Popeye's olive? That's Paul.
Oil.
Oil is right, yes. And Paul, yours.
G, please.
G. Okay. What G is something to stop you speaking or a stage joke? Yes,
Gag.
George? Gag is right. Yes, well done. Very good.
S, please.
S. Come on, Jenny. What S is the sign of the zodiac covering... Jenny?
Scorpio.
Covering most of December. Paul and George. Yes, Paul.
Sagittarius.
Afraid so. Sagittarius. Oh, it was one of those double-edged questions.
My mum will murder me, that's her sign.
Oh, dear. Scorpio's mine, too. Right now, where are you going?
D, please.
You want D down there to make that connection right across the board. This could be it, Jenny, unless you block it. Useful one for you to win. What D were the big band brothers Jimmy and Tommy? George.
Dorsey.
Yes, that's it. Well, all I can say, it was a jolly decent of you two blokes to actually let her have one of those white patches up there on the board. There we are. It's right across the board again. It's 2 games and a trot, and it means that you're up to £155 each. Very well done. Congratulations. It means, Jenny, I've got to say goodbye to you with only £5.
Don't worry, it's not your fault.
No, it isn't. How sweet. No, it's not. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
But it's not only that. You also take, of course, you know what, don't you?
Yes, I know.
All right, you tell me.
A sweatshirt and a dictionary.
Blockbusters?
Blockbusters embossed on the dictionary.
And embossed across the front of the
And on the sweatshirt.
Jenny, good luck. Give my regards to St. Austell. Bye-bye. Well, here we go with another gold run. It's the second that the lads have done. It'll be George, of course, who's going for it this time, and we'll be doing it not right now, but just in a couple of seconds' time. Yes, it's one of those occasions. We're leaving you for a short while. Don't go away.